What information is required in a customs declaration? Let's jump to Guidance. When making a full import declaration, scroll down to How to submit. And we see, for full declarations, you can make your full or part declarations electronically. This can be entered into the Chief or CDS systems, and we'll discuss both of these in the next video. For now, your declaration will need to include your customs procedure codes, commodity codes, your declaration unique consignment reference number. This is usually abbreviated to DUCR or DUCA, depending on your declaration method. You might even see this as just UCR. More on this later. For now, we looked at commodity codes in part 1 of this course, and we'll look at customs procedure codes in the oncoming videos. But what is a DUCA? Okay, let's jump to guidance. The importance of the declaration unique consignment reference. The DUCA is the main reference number for declarations made in the Chief software. First, declarations, or parts of a declaration, may be sent to customs in the form of advance notifications, at times referred to as pre-arrival declarations. Submitted ahead of the formal presentation of goods and related customs declaration, advance notifications can speed goods movement through customs. Pre-arrival declarations, or parts thereof, may even be submitted by different individuals, but as long as the declaration unique consignment reference number, or DUCA, remains accurate in each, the advance notifications can be successfully found and collated. Being able to quickly group and order advanced notifications and pre-arrival declarations, or the parts thereof, obviously helps customs to hasten clearance, but a mismatched or missing DUCA can therefore cause delays. For example, if you are importing plants, fruits or vegetables, you need to register to use the procedure for electronic application for certificates, or PEACH, online system. Due to the customs requirements for importing plants, fruits or vegetables from overseas, advance notifications are required to inform customs that the correct measures have been executed on these sorts of products. Using the DUCA, advance notifications can then be collated and processed electronically, allowing the Automatic License Verification System, ALVS, to transmit customs decisions in real time, resulting in fast, automatic decisions, such as green lighting clearances, or alerting for inspections, stoppages, and so on and so forth. Both the DUCA and UCR are made up of parts, in the following format. Year of the declaration. Country code, where the DUCA was allocated. EORI of the trader. Followed lastly by reference code, that uniquely identifies commercial records, within the trader's own in-house accounting system. Customs should be able to use this last reference, to generate an audit trail, within the trader's business accounting transactions, and related systems. In this way, the UCR or DUCA provides a trail, that connects a record in customs systems, to the trader's own accounting system. Chief will initially ensure that a UCR or DUCA is unique within Chief. If it is not, it will be rejected. But once it is recorded in Chief, a DUCA or UCR cannot be amended. As an aside, as well as the UCR and DUCA, you might also see something called the MUCA, or MUCR, short for Master Unique Consignment Reference Number. Also, the BUCA, or BUCR, short for Bulk Unique Consignment Reference Number. The MUCA is a grouping mechanism, used in messaging, between customs and transportation systems. The UCR and DUCA identify loan consignments. Where transport is by sea, these are grouped to create a larger declaration, called a consolidation declaration. Each item in the group may be submitted by different traders. MUCA cleverly identifies a group, but also consignments within a group. By consolidating individual consignments into a larger group, only the MUCA need be included in any subsequent arrival messages, rather than many hundreds of DUCA or UCR identifiers. Where transport is by air, the MUCA identifies UCR and DUCA goods on a single airway bill. What about the Bulk Unique Consignment Reference Number, or BUCA? A BUCA is a trader grouping mechanism, used within a DUCA or UCR. Grouping is done by attaching a label to one or more EORI numbers. And anyone approved for using the BUCA can submit one declaration for consignments from up to 99 different exporters, i.e., 99 different EORI numbers. This is called bulk entry. But it has a limitation of one consignee, i.e., one recipient, per BUCA label. The BUCA is not supported as a reference by Chief, so does not need to be unique, but the declarant must be able to use this BUCA to trace consignments back through their records. Also, it is a separate arrangement from the FPO MOU. There is an automatically generated counterpart to the DUCA or UCR. It's called the Movement Reference Number, or MRN. It is automatically generated by Chief when goods have been successfully presented for import or export. Issued after any safety and security checks are approved, it is like a travel ticket number for goods movements, recognized by UK and EU customs, and required at the Office of Exit. It can be associated to your DUCA, but can also be translated to a barcode. For example, with indirect exports, it can be printed on what is called an Export Accompanying Document, EAD. This is a paper document accompanying indirect exports under the Export Control System, ECS, which we discussed in an earlier video. The EAD is attached to consignments. The DUCA identifies declarations and can directly connect customs charges and debt to your business. Indirect and direct exports may also be issued with an MRN number. The MRN both identifies your goods and tracks your goods movement. The MRN is also used by the Office of Exit to verify exit of goods from the trading area, in this case, the EU or UK. This can be especially important when claiming refunds for duties or for returned goods. Question. Do I only ever receive one MRN for any one consignment? Well, yes. But if you receive a second MRN, it may mean that your carrier has been redirected to a new Office of Exit. As we saw in the previous video, the carrier can issue redirect notifications to adjust for changes to the Office of Exit. But you, or your agent, might also wish to check with your carrier as to why you have received a second MRN number. Failing that, check with customs. Great. What else is in a declaration? Also included. Departure and destination points. EORI numbers for the consignee, consignor and handler as appropriate. Type, amount and packaging of your goods. Transport methods and costs. Currencies and valuation methods. Certificates and licenses. And that's nice. We'll introduce and try and spot these on paper-based declarations in a later video, but next, Chief.